I'm lucky though. It's frankly a very easy job to watch golf on, so I'll consume all the Masters tomorrow.
We are live. Um, Welcome everyone. It is a great day to have a great day.
It's a great night.
It's a great night. It's Christmas Eve. It really is. Um,
Santa's in Australia or the UK right now.
what'd you say?
Santa's in the UK.
Oh, well, I mean, yes, but the real Santa, I mean, no one can put a bigger present under the tree than Jordan Spieth.
We're gonna
So
start there.
Santa
Yeah,
might be in Augusta, Georgia when you think about it like that. But it is the Masters. It is the greatest week of the year. I don't sometimes you're just left speechless
no,
by
you
this
are.
past
It's
year.
we're massive sports fans in all sports, not just golf, football. Diehard football fans here, diehard hockey fans, diehard tennis fans, all the above. In a unanimous agreement, if you could have one event to keep and everything else gets blown off the face of the planet, we're both keeping the Masters. Um, it is. It's the greatest week. It's the greatest 4-day event. It's the greatest golf course in the world, in my opinion. Probably a few others you could debate there, but with the amount of access we have to it, I'm putting it number one. I won't apologize. It's just the history, the context in your mind, the rigging from Augusta National in the best way possible. Chairman Ridley enforcing his will on the competitors this week, which I do think he plans to do so with the conditions we're going to get. Again, Augusta National going to be firm, going to be fast, going to be erotic in that way. Um, yeah, no, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think a good place to start would be just released on TikTok is my pick to win.
Which is also my
And
pick to win.
what a what a troublesome situation for the field that we have headed butts for the very first time maybe ever. We never have the same pick to win.
Mm-hmm.
We always love our cards while liking our separate halves of the cards. We honestly like to disagree with each other a good amount.
Yeah.
And you're a Ludwig guy.
Moderately. I'm a
You're
Ludwig
much more of a
enjoyer.
Ludwig guy than I am.
Correct.
For me to pick Ludwig, it's a statement. I I
It is a statement.
I can't get past what my brain is telling me, and our brains usually tell us some pretty correct things.
Very
Maybe
often.
not in the NHL, but
The
definitely on
golf
the golf course.
definitely on the golf course.
Um, and I just think Ludwig, it is so rare for players to play well here this early in their career. Two Masters in, two great performances. I mean, last year he did win the Genesis, but like just before the Masters was the start of his. I feel
He
like
was not good. I mean,
he was not good going into the
he may have
Masters.
had one event like right before to kind of kickstart it back, but I think it was like pretty similar situation going on as it was this year of just like some sickness, some withdrawals. It wasn't great. I'm pulling it up right now. Um, but yeah, no, I couldn't love Ludwig Aberg more this week for some of the reasons that you stated already. Um, the course history, of course. I don't think there's a chance he plays poorly this week. So the floor is there required to what we need for him to be a Masters champion. Um, no, it was terrible going into the Masters. After his win, it was T22 cut.
Makes sense.
And
I mean, that's how
yeah.
I remember it too.
hmm And the thing I love about Ludwig Aubert this week is he's not that public of a pick to win. He might be public on cards, um, but for like one and done pick to wins, he's not that public. And I think just everybody's selling his stock because of the last two tournaments he's played.
Were
And
Were
I
you
think of it.
watching the part of the Go Get That podcast where I said that Ludwig had a better chance to win the Masters than Spieth?
I was watching that section. Obviously that's true.
Dan
I
had many doubts.
I believe so thoroughly that these two past tournaments are positives for Ludwig going forward. I understand it's been two chokes. The player is far more of a choke than the Valero. I mean, he finished two back at the Valero, um, who won. JJ Spawn went off on a very difficult Sunday. Ludwig hit two drives that, like, not where the players were like, you have one spot, you can't hit it. And he does it, no doubt. Hits into some trees where you could get lucky. He didn't. Pitch outs, whatever. He made some big putts at Valero. I thought it was better than the players. Even if you want to qualify it as very choky, you're going to take those experiences and you're going to utilize them in the future. And everybody thought the next time he'd be in contention after the players, he would utilize it for a win. It didn't happen, but that doesn't mean if it's two in a row that it's going to be 18 in a row for the next 16 times. Like Spieth, I know Spieth won when he won the Masters. He won the Valspar, but his two tournaments before the Masters were T2, T2. He gave the Houston Open away big time. He should have won that tournament pretty easily. And he did not have a good Sunday. Bogey the playoff hole. Choke, sure, you want to qualify. It's a great tournament leading in. He's playing so well. I just believe in my heart of hearts he's too talented of a guy not to play well on Sundays eventually.
I also don't think it's crazy to say that I think this matters. Um, Ludwig kept it very classy on the par three course today, unlike some.
This is a massive point. This probably eliminates Spieth.
Arguably, actually, I want to get the link out on Instagram before we start talking about this because this is arguably the biggest. This is arguably the biggest point of the night.
Maybe the biggest viral video on the internet right now.
I mean, people are just hating it.
People are distraught at how we just shat all over the par three contest today, which I will take a double down dump on it here.
It is an absolute sham.
Mockery.
It is a mockery. It is
a farce.
It is disgusting. And I just think that the fact that they have this happen and treat it like such a great fun day when it ruins my Masters experience.
It can be fun. We're taking the word fun to an extreme that it's honestly too far to recover from.
Correct.
Like, if there was nothing else and it was children making sandcastles in the Augusta National hollowed bunkers, I would still be disgusted. I would still think that Parrington was a disgrace. I would still think that those children should be held accountable and face consequences, but I could stomach it. Everything else with Jason Kelce, that's like the biggest disgrace I've seen in disgraces in like years. Kevin Hart, apparently there's been celebrity par three caddies.
See, I don't know.
Since 2011.
I don't think that does it as much for me. I think that when I watched two caddy bibbed, I watched an Iris Lowry and a Frankie Fleetwood take a walk down the ninth hole at the par three contest like it was Tiger Woods. Like the cinematography was trying to make it seem like Tiger Woods was walking down the 16th hole with a 2-shot lead. Hold on. And to me, that is like when they broadcasted the Stanley Cup final on Nickelodeon with Inside Out characters. I think it is a mockery, a disgrace. I think it can't happen in any scenario I think that if you're going to have a fun weekend, like if you try and make it more relaxed, because obviously there's so much tradition. This isn't tradition.
No.
This isn't tradition. When Cliff Roberts was alive. The par three contest was played ball in the damn hole.
It was a contest.
It was a contest.
It wasn't
And
a play
now
date.
we have people like Spieth who are withdrawing on the first hole because their son takes a shot for them. Now,
he should be disqualified from the tournament, Spieth.
If you want,
he had his phone out and he took a picture of his kids. That should be a disqualification.
To make an event out of this, you take them across the street to Augusta Country Club and you broadcast it, and everyone would watch, and it would be great because we'd get to see how Rory's hitting his wedges, Fleetwood's hitting his wedges, Bryson's putting, Lowry's handling the water balls. So
terribly.
The minute you bring it onto the hallowed grounds of Augusta National and let Kepa into the bunker, it's really troublesome.
What was more troublesome was not the fact that Spieth was taking a picture of Sammy having his phone out, not the fact that Sammy is running through the bunkers and making sandcastles. Sammy Spieth was taking swings at the Augusta National Masters Tournament practice range during Wednesday at the Masters. That's a spot where people who are trying to win our Super Bowl in the sport, and there's a 5-year-old who's hitting 2 feet behind the ball, having his hat taken off, put it back on during his shots. You said a good point. I haven't considered it, or I haven't decided if I'm going to watch the tournament yet after what I saw today.
I still haven't decided. And honestly, a lot of it will have to do with what if I'll tune into the starters tomorrow.
Yep. Now that's a tradition. That's a tradition.
That's tradition. And if the Riddler makes a proclamation that kids should be banned from the property forever, I will tune in.
Well said.
But there are some traditions at the Masters that, I disagree with you. I think that the amateur should play with the defending champion. Yes, it sucks. I think the problem, as we transition, the problem is that in no world should you be able to watch Francesco Comensana and Riley Opelka in the first round of the Australian Open and not be able to watch the first hole live at the Masters.
It's well said. No,
that's the problem.
The Masters has gotten away with, for so long, having by far the worst covered major of the four. It's the best major. Coverage-wise, it's the worst.
But it's arguably it's arguably the best coverage-wise in terms of amount of shots you can see if you're not a feature.
Yeah, no.
So, 8 holes is the best that golf has to offer if you're not a feature group.
Yes.
That can't happen.
Why can't they feature everybody?
There is a video of every shot at Augusta National because it's on, what's it called? The thing it's on Format Delay.
My group. Why can't it be live?
Why can't you put it live? We don't need commentary. Commentary makes it worse anyways.
There's no commentary in the videos that come out 4 minutes late either.
I know. I'm just saying we don't need the commentary. You don't need to act like if it's live, it has to have commentary.
Correct.
Because I think no commentary is better than Lisa Cornwell commentary.
I mean, 1,000%, like 1,000% retweet there. They do it to players. And it's fantastic coverage.
Fantastic. And same with tennis, by the way. Tennis, if you're watching Opelka Comensana, there is no commentary, and it's great.
Yeah, it is. So, I mean, yeah, so my biggest thing with the Howell point in that group, if this was a thing, if this was a chance where I could see any single player I wanted to live every single shot, I would not have a damn problem with him being with the defending champion. But when we have limited feature group coverage, I'm sorry. I've watched 20 other guys for the entirety of the season thus far that I think have a better chance than you. 40 guys have a better chance than you to win this event. I want to see them in the feature group coverage from hole 1 to hole 18. Sorry.
I think that's
and it's fair. Nothing against Howell. Like I would enjoy,
but that's not the tradition's fault. That is the Masters' fault for not being able to get up with the times.
No, I agree. 100% there.
So that's where I think the difference is. I mean, obviously you can complain. I'd rather see a Spieth than a Howell, but
Mhm.
your complaint is in the wrong area. Is kind of my argument
Oh yeah, no,
because
I
there's
would
no reason why tradition should stop. There's a lot of reasons why there should never be a shot at Augusta National in 2026 that we can't see live.
it's well said. I
I
would
mean,
go
it
one
is
way.
ridiculous
If
how they
that
get away with this.
if we were promised that, I would have zero. That video I made would not even exist. I'd have no
I,
problem with
I
it.
I'd argue it's crazy that we have to think it's that. Like it should be very easy to do.
Should
They
be.
already have the cameras. At the
Yeah.
very least, just have a green stream where
Yeah,
you
because
can watch. I mean, like you've watched early rounds of slams. Like that's just a sitting camera with a terrible angle, but at least you can see what's happening. Just
no,
put a
like
green on the
there's no one
top of
even
the grandstand behind the hole so you can watch Spieth from a distance hit his 20-footer live without having to check
there's
shot tracker.
there's no one manning these cameras at these tennis slams. Just like
No, you
leave it
don't
there and
need to
roll it.
man them.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I
I
agree.
don't need to see the drives. As long as I can see now hitting this guy and see the ball land on the green, I'm happy. And I am
Well
being
said.
very generous because it should be able to be a lot better than that.
It
But
should
that's
be
all I'm asking for.
for the Masters, for the Super Bowl of golf. Well said. Yeah.
I mean, you could basically watch someone go to the bathroom at the Super Bowl. It's so media covered. How
We
the
saw
hell do you not have
Ballester
a
piss
camera on the live shot of Maria Jose Olazabal on the second
on hole
hole?
one. Exactly. I know Dan wants to see that.
He does.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is something that's just awesome. That do you know who? Don't look it up. Do you know who Olazabal's playing with this week?
Yes, pot heater.
Yeah, you were listening when we said that.
No, I wasn't listening. I think I listened to I think it was No Letting Up who said it on Monday or something like
That
that.
is
I knew it on Monday. It is
that is
unbelievable.
incredible content.
Do
And
you know who Minwoo Lee is playing with?
yes, he's playing with couples.
Yes, that's unbelievable. I know you don't think highly of Minwoo. This week he's on our card, but it's under like to have him with Fred Couples and an amateur. That's not even like a top 3 known amateur in this field. That's disrespectful to Minwoo.
By the way, couples rubs me the wrong way for no reason.
I know you've hated Couples for 3 years.
Couples
He's an
for
alpha male.
years and
He's an alpha male.
zero reason to hate him. Had to
He's a
be
great-
something he said about Phil.
Oh no, he shat on Phil a lot.
Had to be that. Like that's definitely what did it for me. Because like
thought it was
Phil is a
before.
patriot.
Well, yeah, I mean, the another reason why I'm deciding or considering not watching the Masters this year, apologies, is that Phil Mickelson and Tiger isn't going to play. It really you have 2 of the favorites taken out of the tournament before the first tee shots in the air, and it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah. I mean, it's sick to me that we have. I mean, I'd like to get back to this just because you're my hero. Let's fucking go. Were the words out of Hao Tong Lee's mouth when he saw Kevin Hart today on the grounds of Augusta National.
I'm pro Hao Tong Lee.
I'm very pro Hao Tong Lee. I don't know if I can root for him this week.
I was going to be tuned in to see his first shot televised. I don't know anymore. That's a disgrace. That's a disqualifying disgrace.
Hao Tong Lee is like I don't really have much of a reason to like him, but the reason why I do like him is that he's so connected to Jordan Spieth in so many different ways. And then he was in the final group at the Open I went to. So
yes.
It was because like the only 2 times before last year's Open, he's kind of more well known now because he's actually on the tour. But the only 2 times you'd heard about him before last year's Open was on the range with Spieth, and when he shot 60, what was it, 64, 63 at Birkdale to get to like tied for the lead before the leaders even went off.
Yeah, I think it was 63. Also, there's one other just weird memory I have of him. He was paired with Tiger. And I was watching this feature group of Hao Tong Lee and Tiger Woods in 2019 when Tiger won. So I just remember that.
He was paired with Tiger and
2019,
in 19.
first 2 days
That's
with
great. I
John
mean,
Rahm.
that makes sense that I wouldn't know because I'm just not someone who would watch a Tiger feature group. But
Yeah, no, that's fair.
so yeah, that's
That's just like
it.
weirdly in my mind.
There are weird parallels there.
Yeah.
There are weird parallels there. But
Oh,
I'd
no,
also
no, 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 no. There's one other ones. Oh wait, you already mentioned on the range. I thought I got confused at that being on the range
yeah,
and
yeah,
Bryson
that's
DeChambeau.
the biggest one.
Yeah, it's two
You
men
had
on
the
the
leader of the
range.
golf tournament and someone who was basically,
As lost as a professional golfer gets.
I mean, what did we go that year? I mean, the major finishes around that range session were grim as hell. I mean,
Oh, are
it
you talking about
was,
the 2020 major finishes for Spieth?
I mean, that was a grim time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's about as grim as
So,
it gets. And that can transition into a non-grim time, which is now. We're gonna have to talk about this eventually before we get into our outright card officially and then the prop bets. Do you think Jordan Spieth can win this week?
no, I can't. I don't.
I agree. Do you think he will contend this week? Not that
Depends
he can't.
what you mean by, it
Not
depends what
that
you mean by contention. I
I
think there's a
think
really good chance with 27 holes to go, he's within 3.
cosign. Perfectly agree. I think that could fade by Saturday in the back nine, second nine, excuse me. I think that could fade as late as the second nine on Sunday. But I think on the weekend, he will be a part of the story. I feel very confident in that. I think
How
he's gonna be the
deep
first.
into the weekend are you?
I'm right after he places or finishes. By the way, I'm gonna let you guys know so you guys don't get mad at me when it hits. I'm placing Jordan Spieth first round leader. I think I said my prediction for him. I think I said it last week. He's gonna be FRL and then just slowly bleed each round and finish like T7.
Yeah, did my mic just cut out or
No,
uh
no, it's a little weirder volume, but
yeah, I'll get it fixed. But regardless, um I don't think he can FRL. I think I'd be shocked if he does an FRL top 20,
which is a wager of ours. Yeah, no, I
which
think
is a wager of ours. You want to know what I'm betting Rogley that I haven't told you about? That I have told Diego? I don't know why
let
my
me
mic's.
guess. What type of bet is it?
It's a bet we've already placed. I'm just putting more on
Bryson over Rory?
it. No. I haven't placed that. We're doing 2 units on that too, by the way, right?
Okay. There's only one in the dock, which is
All
another
right.
wager of ours.
But we agreed on 2.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
back.
Yeah, we are back.
I think I'm gonna put 5. We can just get right into the props, not matchups, not placements. I think I'm gonna put 5 units on the over 274.5 shots.
Could you add one for me? I think it should be a 2 unit play.
I do too. And I will add a unit for you, but
We could talk about that like quickly before we go into the props. Very firm, very fast Masters this week. The wind isn't going to be what the wind has been in 2024, which is I think the windiest Masters we've had in
yeah,
a
but it's
long
still going to be
time.
windy on the weekend on Amen Corner at that time. Like it's still
Yeah,
going to
no,
be blowing 10 and you don't know where it's going.
exactly. So like with the firmness, I don't think there's going to be I think -11 is my winning prediction. And that gives us 2
My
shots of
thing
insurance.
is the only way it would ever get in these conditions to -14 is if there was a Scotty Scheffler, Rory, Rom situation where they're the clear best player and they might win by 4.
Oh, yeah, it's not
But
gonna
that
be
just
like
doesn't
that.
exist.
No. It's a perfect storm.
So I just think it's a laughable line.
I do too. 5 units though, like it was so fluke last year for us to lose that bet to go over 11.5, and for Rory to not do that was one of the great disgraces I've ever seen. I could see something like the opposite happening.
I mean,
But I
yeah,
still
but
love it. Like Rory not going over 11 and a half under par last year was like maybe the worst beat, most underrated worst beat we've had.
see, I don't remember it like that because I just remember being joyful and happy watching
For a
Bogey.
time. For a time.
But I guess we can get into that. And we're not wagering him this week really in any way besides the matchup. I guess it's the only way you can wager him in the way we want to. Um, relative to all right, let's play this game. Relative to expectations, who do you think are going to disappoint the most? Your top three.
It's a great question.
This is just TikTok.
I wouldn't.
farming.
Oh, it is absolutely. I would not put Scotty on this list because, like, I think people are kind of lower on him relatively.
I agree. I wouldn't put Scotty there either.
No.
I have my three names.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Marco Penge, Rory, and see, Marco Penge was something I just pulled out, but like I switched last minute. I switched last minute from Minwoo to Marco Penge just because I'm so adamant that he's going to shoot 78 at some point this week.
But just like relatively, what are his expectations?
His expectations are pretty high. I've seen him all over the place
I think no, that's fair. I think he's probably a popular sleeper pick.
on pro cards, but I think Rom's a sneaky pick for this as well.
I was considering Rom,
But I think it's Goddard, Rory, and Penge for me.
okay.
I know you're low on. I know you're low on one of those.
I'm low on Rory, but like I'm not gonna put on here because I think it's pretty, at least decently popular that expectations are kind of low for him. One of them I'm gonna put on. It's unfortunately on our outright card. I've come around to this. It's unfortunately on a lot of our wagers otherwise. But like I know both of you guys really like him, so I'm not gonna go away with it. I think Pat Reed could put up a stinker this week.
He could. The only thing is, I don't think he will.
Yeah. I would be not surprised at all if it's like a T38 and he's just like irrelevant.
Do you think?
Oh, I have another one. I have one even stronger than I feel about Patrick Reed. And this is another Patriot that I hate to say this about. Team Rose.
I knew you were going to say that. And it's sick, but
it's just like everybody's like, oh, he's going to get redemption. He's 43 years old. He hasn't been playing great, or he could be older than that. He has not been playing great since Torrey. I don't know.
I think through 2 rounds, Adam Scott is going to be what people wanted Rose to be.
I agree. I hate that.
I think he's going to be 3 back. I think Scott's going to be 3 back. And he probably won't touch the lead just because he's old. I mean, you when you're that age, you get one chance. And he had his chance. And he had his chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which so isn't the 83, I also think is a little bit rigged against him. Like he had his chance, he didn't answer the call, but like it's not like I mean, he just didn't have his best stuff that day and it got exploited.
Fair, but
that's a 74 at Augusta.
That's not good at all though.
Yeah, no, but like if you're he was he in the final group or was he penultimate? I forget. I followed his group.
He was final.
Yeah, he was with Burns. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just finish this off. Yeah,
that was a firm $200 live wager for me, just because I wanted to root for him.
Oh yeah, because we still had Hovland in contention.
Yeah,
Hovland should have won that.
I was rooting for it. We could make a whole episode on
those calls.
Just on how that's the major that got away for Hovland.
Oh, 100%.
Hovland was a much more accomplished, better form, better champion player than everyone else in contention, and he didn't even put any pressure.
No, not at all. Thank you so much for this being a great clip of me having to cut out this like 2-minute rant for me just to get the last name in. Last name. You know what? I'm gonna do this one. Bryson. And I think like when I say relatively, I think he could like my prediction for Bryson is like a T14.
See, I appreciate the balls
I just like he hit
because
his
I thought about going a similar route with Rom.
I considered Rom too. Like Rom, I'm so confident that Bryson's floor is higher than Rom's.
Rom brutally has a lower floor.
Rom has a great
Rom could finish T35 this week.
Absolutely. But
Bryson, I don't think can.
I just don't think it's possible for someone as good as Jon Rahm to continuously come up that short. And like if he finished T7, if it was a non-competitive T7 for Rahm, it's not great, but it's like, okay, at least like that's a stepping stone. Like, but T35 is still on the table, but I just don't know.
I don't think people understand how good strokes gain wise this guy's been on Live. And he has been in contention for 4 holes in the last 2 years at majors.
Cup of coffee.
It is ridiculous how much of a loser he is at majors. See, Jordan said that he's an underachiever. I think that's not correct.
Oh, I would agree. You can't have less. Jon Rahm should not have less majors than Jordan Spieth. Absolutely not.
I disagree. I think he's early enough in his career where it's okay.
He's the same age as Spieth.
Yeah. But Rahm didn't come. Rahm has not nearly been as much of a prodigy as Spieth. And Spieth is also a complete outlier.
I don't care.
Complete outlier.
I don't care. You cannot have less majors than Jordan Spieth if you're Jon.
Rahm is just a loser. He's not an underachiever. He has 2 majors now. I think the 3 major rule for me is a big thing that Spieth really just like tarnishes because he has no business being in that class. But the thing for me is that if you win 2 majors, like that is a really good career, and he's still got a great chance to win another major.
Oh, he will win another major.
He is not generational enough for me to be saying that it's that much of a failure to have 2 majors at this point, as long as he wins another one down the road.
I would disagree with that.
What I think is more prevalent is that he hasn't even given himself a good chance.
You know, he hasn't really had a choke. Even like before he had 1 major or 0 majors, I think his closest call before Torrey was the 2018 Masters. I'm pretty sure that's the truth. I don't think he did anything in 2020.
Does that mean he's an overachiever?
No, but he's
kidding. No,
he's given himself 2 legit chances to win a major, and he's capitalized on both. I guess last year was the first time he had a legit chance to win, and he fucking shat all over his face.
Yeah, but like that was just always his major. I felt like.
Who?
Scotty's.
Oh yeah, no, but like to lose it,
I don't consider that as like.
I think the fashion was. I think if he lost by 2, that would be like a bravo. There we go. Jon Rahm is
like
back.
I think that was more Bryson's tournament to insert himself than it was Rahm's.
Yeah, but the fact that Jon Rahm did insert himself, he had 7 holes to go and tied for the lead, and he collapsed after that. If he was tied for the lead with 7 to go and he lost by 2 or 3, even 3, he lost by 8 shots to Scotty. No thanks.
He did. Well, it was brutally like, what was it? Water 16,
17.
Water. Did he not go water 16 too?
I don't think so.
I think he did. He definitely made.
I think he made bogey. Regardless, but
Oh yeah, he went in the bunker. He went in that front bunker.
Yeah. Yeah, not a very memorable course, not a very memorable tournament.
No, yeah, and it's really embarrassing because that's like the best hole on the course.
16, yeah.
Yeah. And it's still hard to like remember where everything is.
I remember 16. I don't remember 18. But like I know 16 at least a little bit.
I think 18's more memorable just because it's the final hole and
Yeah.
that creek runs and
Yeah. I know the creek, but I don't know everything. I don't know anything else about the hole. I
it's
know
a pretty poor hole.
yeah, everything at that course is poor. Regardless, back to the Masters. So yep, Bryson, Patrick Reed, Justin Rose. I think relatively to their expectations are going to play poorly. It's unfortunate that we have Patrick Reed on our card. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's unfortunate I think about that of Patrick Reed when he's on our card.
No, but
It's
it's
very
also not because Patrick Reed's the kind of guy who, yes, he wins this tournament 4% of the time, 5% of the time.
not true.
I think he does.
I think you're overestimating the 5%. That's an insane marker.
Now, what does Data Golf have, Matt?
Let's see. I'd be shocked if it's above 2.5%. I can't see, but there's 4 guys with above a 5% chance, and Bryson is not one of them. So
What?
I mean, Scotty has a 12% chance, Rom 7% chance, Rory 6.
All right, yeah, I guess you're right. All I'm saying is whatever percent chance that is fair to him, which whatever it is, I trust Data Golf on this one because I think Data Golf thinks pretty highly of Reed too.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Reed is Reed's floor is low.
They do not think highly of Patrick Reed. He's well below Jordan Spieth right now in the Data Golf rankings.
That's hilarious. See, here's another game we can play. Let's do a little bit of props first so that we can get moving. But we had something we did on the Go Get That podcast, which is where we named everyone who had a better chance to win than Jordan Spieth.
I'll go through this list because I know yours was pretty high. Scotty,
I had 18 people.
Scotty, yes. John Rahm, yes. Bryson, yes. Rory, not this week. I'm firm on that.
There is no chance you are saying that Rory has less of a chance to win, though.
I am. For the 2026 Masters, I am. For the 2026 RBC Heritage, sure. No, Rory's not winning this week. Rory might finish like T42 this week.
He could.
I'm a massive Rory guy. I love Rory. I'm so low on him this week.
I'm so low on him too, but I think that's just biased.
It's not. Because I kind of want to put Spieth ahead Scotty, but that would be ridiculous. Ludwig, yes. Xander.
You understand Spieth has a 0.1% chance to win this week.
Yeah, Rory doesn't have one chance. Rory has 0.0. It's tough and it's fair. So I'm at 5 right now. Cam Young, yes. 6. Fitz, 7, yes. Tommy is such an anti-champion.
Yeah, but it's a yes. Because you can't use that as the reasoning and then say Spieth is not an anti-champion. Yes, Spieth has a better chance because Tommy's an anti-champion. That's contradictory.
Spieth has a better chance than Hideki, though. I'm low on Hideki this week.
Not at all.
Yeah, Hideki's.
Yeah, but Hideki's a proper player.
Sure, I don't care. He's not.
I look at Hideki and Fitz the same way.
I think Fitz is surpassing Hideki. I think Fitz is taking a leap over Hideki right now.
Oh, come the hell on. Fitz has never done what Hideki's done.
What do you mean?
Fitz has never got to number 2 in the world.
Leaps and bounds as in current, all time, sure.
No, I'm just saying that Hideki's not playing his best, and Fitz is playing the best golf of his life.
But Hideki's been like this for ever since 2017. 2017 Hideki.
Yeah, and
gone.
Fitz had that run too, and then out of nowhere he won, and then he won again.
Back. And now he's back. Fitz is better than when he won a major.
Correct.
So he's
but
above.
But Hideki was when Hideki won his major, he was not playing the best golf of his life. When he won the Memorial, that was the best.
Yeah,
He was
I don't
playing.
see. I don't see the point. I don't see the point.
The point is they're similar. They're just in different parts of their career.
Okay, yeah, no, but I'm saying at
Fitz is
this
at a good
exact.
part, and Hideki's at an average part.
That's all I'm trying to say at this
They're
exact
both
point.
very proper players, and Spieth is not a proper player.
No, he's not a proper father either.
No, he's not.
this
I
swing.
certainly wouldn't let my kid in
No.
the
Oh,
bunkers.
you can hang with your mother. So Spieth has a better chance than Hideki. Spieth has a better chance than Morikawa. I know I said I'm lower on Team Rose this week, but Team Rose still has a higher chance than Spieth this week.
Correct. I think Adam Scott does as well.
No.
Because at least Scott's been there recently.
And he shot 83 in the final round. No, not Adam Scott. Robert McIntyre, unfortunately, yes, I have to say this, and I hate Robert McIntyre. Brooks.
See, that's the first name you had that I didn't have on my list.
I would not say Brooks. I'm not saying Brooks.
No, Robert.
Oh no, Robert McIntyre easily has a better chance than Spieth.
And now that I'm thinking about it, I agree.
Yeah, like Robert McIntyre is like close to being a champion. He's not a champion yet, but like he's shown championship tendencies. Minwoo, yes.
I kind of hate it.
I just said Minwoo had a better. What?
I kind of hate that Robert McIntyre like could be like a 2-time major champion when it's all said and done.
Yeah, no, that would honestly ruin the sport more so than what today have. Like
yeah, but we do need some Scottish champions. We do.
No,
it just can't be Rob Mack.
Why do we need Scottish champions?
Because Scotland's home of golf.
Yeah. I mean, the beginning of golf. We're in the present now. We're a forward-thinking sport.
Yeah, and guess what's going on in the present? Kepa Ram is running around bunkers at Augusta National. Bring me back.
Bring back old Tom Morris then. We don't need Robert
exactly.
McIntyre. Okay. Minwoo does not have a better chance than Spieth. Patrick Reed, in my opinion, does not. And then everybody below Spieth does not. So I don't know how many names that was. It was less than 18. I think it was definitely less than 15. It was
there was one. It was
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There were 2.
10. I said 10. I said 10. 10 above Spieth. I would have Spieth 11th.
There are 2 that you missed below Spieth. And well, I guess we already said Scott. You don't agree.
I would disagree.
I don't think you disagree with this other one. It's a large miss.
JJ Spawn?
No. But it's well said. Spawn does have a better chance to win this week than Spieth.
It's a different question of if you put them in contention, who has a better chance to win.
That's a very different fucking question, though.
It is.
If you put them in contention, I might only have 8 or 9 people.
Over Spieth?
Yeah.
Oh, I would be the exact opposite. I have like 40 above him. But I think he's a better chance to get into contention than a lot of guys.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I don't think he's going to get himself close enough.
Oh, I disagree. Like, you're telling me Brian Harman or Jordan Spieth are tied with 9 holes to go at the Masters. I'm picking Brian Harman so easily.
Oh, I'm not.
Come on.
I'm not.
Brian Harman's a great champion. Far better.
He is a great champion, but it's also like he's going to go driver 3 wood just to even have the layup to 15.
All right, what about Keegan? Spieth or Keegan, both are tied with 9 holes to go. Keegan, easily.
I don't know. I think it might be. It might be. It could be that Ryder Cup might have killed him.
He could have. Hopefully, he did. That was a disgrace to our country. All right, who was the last name that you wanted to mention? No, I mentioned Minwoo.
He was well below Spieth on Data Golf.
Oh, I'm just looking at like DK odds. They're like neck and neck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went back and forth on this. I landed on Spieth has a better chance. So I have 10 names ahead of Spieth.
See, I look at it. I look at it. Oh, this is really sick. I think Spieth and Thomas have basically the same chance this week.
Thomas?
Yeah.
No. JT's a poor golfer with a very low chance to win the golf tournament. You can let alone get into contention.
Yeah, but I have them both at 0%.
I would have Spieth at like 0.6. That's the percent chance I'm giving Spieth this week. You can't tell me that's a tough and fair ranking.
it's a biased ranking.
Wrong. 0.6? 0.6 is so fair. I remembered I was on the Go Get That podcast in 2022 when Spieth missed the cut by a million shots, and I said he had like a 12% chance to win. So I'm in a far better spot of handing out percentages when he's playing better. So it's very tough and very fair.
Here's my thing is, though.
We need to move on.
I think Thomas actually has a better chance to win the tournament.
Thomas
Because here's the scenario where Thomas wins that Spieth doesn't, right? If Thomas shoots 66 in round 1 and then 69 in round 2, he probably leads by 3.
Sure, he does. I mean, yeah, but he's not going to shoot 66 and 69.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But if he gets there, he can front run way better than Spieth can.
Oh, well, that's the question of like if you put them in contention, who has a better chance? JT.
Yeah, but I'm saying they both have just as little chance to get into contention.
I would disagree.
And if Justin Thomas shoots 66, 69 and Spieth shoots 66, 69, I know I'm taking.
Yeah, but I think you're underestimating how thoroughly Jay Spieth is going to be in the tournament on Thursday. All right, that's enough Spieth talk. Props. Do you want to start with our matchups? We already talked about one, Bryson over Rory. That's a 2-unit play for us. I've already gone over Rory has 0.0% chance to win this golf tournament with all the show and circumstance, the pop and circumstance, the champions dinner, the press conference, still wearing the jacket. Rory's soaking it all, and he's acting like it's still 2025. No, it's 2026. You're late to the party this year. It could be a poor finish, and Bryson's floor is as high as nearly anybody in this tournament, I think. This is going to be an easy winner.
I don't think it'll necessarily be an easy winner, but it should be more than 2 units because there is one scenario where this loses. And it is a very likely scenario. But there's one scenario where this loses, and that's if Rory just shoots 66 on the final day and finishes T8, and Bryson is like T7 going into the day, has a bad Sunday, going for a lot of stuff, trying to get himself back into the tournament, and it would hurt a lot.
Bryson will lead Rory by
I wish I could bet a matchup of them two where it's just a best of 3 series in the first 3 rounds.
Well said. I bet that tons.
I mean, that would be a 5-unit play.
I agree with that. That's well said.
So it's just, will Rory be able to make that happen? But I'm hoping he doesn't. So
Minwoo over Henley is our next matchup. Henley does not have nearly the distance for this course. Minwoo has all the distance for this course. Henley missed the cut last week at the Valero Texas Open, maybe our worst wager of the year on the outright card thus far. Ugh. Love this pick. And then we have, for the final matchup, Adam Scott, who you assign with a very good chance to win the golf tournament. I'm a little behind you, but I agree, against Justin Thomas, to beat Justin Thomas, who I think is going to play very, very poorly this golf tournament.
I think in terms of the first one, I'm not very high on Minwoo this week. We already talked about this on the Go Get That podcast. Minwoo, if there's anything harder than overcoming the demons that are inside of Spieth's head, it might be overcoming the ghosts of Cliff Roberts
I would push
with
back.
the Minwoo Malbon let him cook contingent walking down the fairways. There could be bombs dropped. I mean, I don't think they'll let Minwoo win the Masters.
I would push back in saying Minwoo winning the Masters is far less egregious to the hopes and aspirations that Clifford Roberts once had than the skip it hats, pimento hats in Augusta National's pro
Sure,
shops.
but you can't deny that Minwoo is pro skip it hats. I mean, that's
Yeah,
everything. That's everything that Malbon stands for.
Is he sponsored by Melbourne? I don't think so.
Malbon and Lululemon, I think. Yeah,
I know it's Lululemon. I don't think it's Malbon.
I think he has Malbon hat. No,
No, I don't think so. I know Jason Day does. And he got completely shut down by Augusta.
that was just class.
Yeah, no, it is class. We need more Augusta enforcing their will on the competitors. Light
Oh no, you're right. It's his sister that's Malbon.
Ugh.
Minji.
Minji's a better champion than Minwoo. We need some of Minji's champions DNA in Minwoo this week.
Yeah, but you just can't be a champion if you wear Malbon.
No.
So yes, I take it back. But Lululemon in golf also is. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan.
No, I can agree with that point.
Sure, I'm a huge fan. Like it's recently been introduced to tennis as well with Tiafo. Not a huge fan.
Enough said. That's what. Yeah.
Like even Viore with Jack Draper. Not sure I'm a huge fan.
No, Livy Dunn, things of that nature.
Oh, not at all. Like keep that out of sport. And regardless, I'm actually going to stand firm on my Malbon point because even though he's not in any way associated with Malbon, he is a Malbon golfer in my mind.
Thank you.
And that's tough to disagree with. Like,
it seems like you're at a point where it's impossible to disagree with that point.
Yeah, I just mean, there's no way that Clifford Roberts won't drop a nuke on the entire property if the final group has patrons with chef hats on.
Ugh. If there was like an actual like top hat, chef hat, that would ruin.
Oh, and there will be. There will be.
I rue that day.
I'm rooting firmly against Minwoo until that halts.
Do you want to go over the placements?
I'd like to touch on the other one. This is my least favorite of the three matchups because I think it's a little flukier, right? Like they both have, like I could very easily see them finishing within like one or two shots of each other. And like the T38 realm.
Fair. But like
Adam Scott undeniably has a much higher ceiling than Justin Thomas this golf tournament. Because Adam Scott has been playing very good golf.
Yeah.
And he does have a lower floor, but not nearly enough to make up for the higher ceiling. So it's a good bet, but I kind of wish we had more on the other two. So because Henley, I didn't even touch on Henley. If Henley plays the best golf he's ever played for 4 rounds, he finishes T5.
Yeah, with his lack of distance, 100%.
So that's the difference. In terms of placements, these are the ones we love. We obviously love Speed top 20. I mean, that just goes without saying.
Plus 130.
And also Reed top 20 is another great bet, which you definitely probably agree with because at plus money, his floor is low, but if he plays well, he'll finish top 20 pretty easily, and he can have an okay week and finish top 20. So much better to bet Reed in the placement market than the matchup market.
Well said.
Bridgman top 30. Not a huge fan of this one.
This is my favorite bet of the week.
Bridgman top 30. The only problem is I think Bridgman's going to have to make up shots. I think Bridgman's going out. I completely agreed with Patriot Dan Olson. He's going out in 37 at the minimum tomorrow.
Disagree. I think he could maybe be the first round leader. He's a big boy player, big boy putter on tough, spicy greens.
If
like
he
Sunday
does
Brown.
go out and shoot the first round lead, though, we'll certainly be fading him in the rounds to come.
Like he could win the tournament if he's the first round leader. I think Jacob Bridgman could win the tournament. He's 88 to 1 right now. Like I'm considering betting that rogue.
I think Morikawa 66 to 1's a better bet.
Disagree. Morikawa doesn't have a back.
Yeah, but what if he just? I mean, he does have some connections to Woods.
Not the connections you want to have when the problems he's having.
But Woods has the painkillers.
If that's the point you're going for, that's well said. I don't think it's a painkiller. I don't think it's a pain situation though. I think it's like physical like limitations. I think if it was pain,
Yeah, but Woods has also proven that any amount of substances can cancel out the pain.
yeah, but like again, like if you have like a back where like
I'm
you
just
get
saying
scared-
there's a chance that Morikawa feels good Thursday morning and he plays well.
No, it's fair. It's fair. Final two placements we have Connors top 30. He's 4 of the last 6 Masters. He's top 10. That's insane. With being like a guy I do not trust around the greens, but obviously a great iron player. And then the final placement, then you can kind of touch on these. Xander top 10, obviously. That was never a doubt. Do you not like Xander top 10? You almost
I
picked him
love
over the
Xander
tournament.
top 10.
Okay.
I just think it deserves better odds.
Oh, he's plus 138.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so easy to top 10 here comparatively to other tournaments. I mean,
Yeah.
top 10 can finish 7 back fairly easily.
Oh yeah, I mean T3 was
So-
7 back in 2024.
So yeah, I agree. If Rory hadn't won last year, Rory would be bet top 10 this week. Scotty would be bet top 10 this week if he was bettable. So
What are his odds top 10? It's probably
Minus-
a little different,
250, I think.
including ties minus 186 on DK. It's not the worst bet I've seen.
No, because well,
There's definitely worse Jordan Spieth wagers out there.
yeah. Put it in the chat and we'll see if
At least wants it, maybe.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you were kind of going over the props again, the other props. We have winning score over 274. We already touched on that. And then Bridgman, top rookie. I think we got the odds of plus 600. I know he's that on DK.
Plus 640, I think.
Fight. Yeah. I mean, we're both low on Goddard. I think you're a little lower on Goddard than I am this week. I think he could play decently. I don't think he's going to contend. I think Bridgman could contend. And then you do want to go over the FRL top 20.
Yeah, I think that was more of a me. You were kind of working while we did this. I can't see the screen, so I'm gonna have to remember it just because
I can
when
go
I
over
signed
them.
when I signed it. Yeah, you go over them because when I signed in to do the live stream, it like kicked me out of my Google account. So
Yeah. So the odds on this one's a little. Scotty Scheffler minus 160, FRL top 20.
including ties.
Love that. Bryson.
It's you have minus 160 on Scott Scheffler to break par tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a great bet.
First round
It's a
Scotty
great
this
bet.
year. That one
It's
could
a great
lose.
bet. He's can't keep doing this in the first round. There's no way.
Fair. Bryson minus 120. Love. Winner. Xander minus 108. FRL top 20. Love. Winner. Ludwig plus 100. Probably a winner. I could see Ludwig, if there is anybody that's going to follow the Rory path of last year, and when I say that, I mean be very untraditional in not having a good first round and rocketing up the board in rounds 2 and 3. I think Ludwig could be that one, but I still think his floor in the first round is going to be pretty high. Team Rose plus 130. This is either going to be one where he's the first round leader or like T62.
Yeah, and also the more I look at it, I'll be betting Cam Smith. Jordan convinced me. It is a great value bet at the price that it is.
What is it at?
For sure, it was plus 200.
No, thank you.
I mean, he's the same. He's the same situation as Rose. He can shoot under par with just his putter. He missed the cut by one shot and lost like a million shots ball striking last year. He is the best champion on the greens at Augusta that I've seen besides Spieth in the last 5 years. And not even in the last 5 years. He is the best in the last 5 years because Spieth hasn't been a champion on the greens in the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's well said. I will not be betting Cam Smith though, because like, just what if the putts don't go in?
If the putts don't go in, he does the same thing as the disaster situation for Rose.
Yeah, but Team Rose is a better champion.
Yeah, but I'm okay betting on plus 200 that the putts will go in for one of the best putters we've ever seen.
It's fair. It's fair. I will not be joining you, but
and it's these greens too.
Yeah,
that he dominates because he's so good with speed.
Yeah, and they're going to be spicy tomorrow. I'm so excited to watch. And then the final one we haven't touched on is Jay Spieth. We held off on any prop bets and matchups with Spieth, but we have FRL top 20 and then top 20, which I think we contained ourselves pretty well on Spieth.
Well, there will be more added tonight as the azaleas continue to flow.
Yeah.
I really don't foresee myself not taking every Spieth round matchup available on books across the board tomorrow.
I would agree. Dylan and Diego are going to take those as a good boy.
And Diego's going to take it like a good boy. It's well said. He really is. And we have two friends that tell us that are Spieth haters because they didn't start watching until after Spieth's glory days. And all we've done, me and Ryan, have just lost the money on Spieth. But they continue to bet him.
Mm-hmm. Because
they continue to bet him.
Their mercies at our will.
They are. They really are. We play with their money like it's Monopoly money.
Oh, 100%. And they will
awesome.
take it. They will take it like good little boys.
It's just on the tab. So there's nothing like I owe you this much less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's hardly even real money, but it's just more money that they don't get, which is deserved because that's what you get for being a loser and a hater of Spieth.
Yes. Okay.
So,
those are our prop bets.
Yeah, it is time to get into the outright card because I also have to start odd shopping as well for a lot of these. But I will preface this by saying we were able to take this card because we bet Bryson free bet a while ago. Bryson would be on this card if not for it, I think. Bryson is just about the best bet on the board for his number, I think, at the top.
I don't know. If we didn't have a free bet on him, I would still lean Rahm over Bryson this week.
Yeah, but what's Rahm? 8-1?
We got him at 12. And
Bryson's but he's 8-1 now on most books, no?
Yeah, but I think Bryson, we would have got a pretty similar price on.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Maybe early in the week there could have been like a 16-1 there.
I'll say this: if we didn't have, I would have pushed really hard for Bryson.
If it was between Rahm and Bryson, I would have pushed hard on Rahm.
If you think about the destiny and like what would like fit the script, Bryson winning this year would make a lot of sense.
It would.
Rahm would not make much sense.
I was listening to Brandel, Alpha Male, Patriot, things of that nature last night, and he was giving some really good analysis on fading Bryson. So 2024, he finished top 10, T6 or whatever. He had one great round in the first round. He was the FRL in 2024, and he slowly bled. He did not play good Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on similar firm and fast conditions. And then last year was a more consistent round to round play, Thursday through Saturday. But that play, and I'm not saying he's not a great chipper.
Yeah,
not a
in
great
2024, he kind of got saved by the hole out.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he fluked his way around it. He kind of fluked his way around last year, chipping his gonads off, making the 50-footer on 18. The holeouts he's had on 18 on Saturday the last 2 years are just that. That's to your point. That's the storybook stuff. What Bryson has done at the Masters the last 2 years. It's not sustainable. It's not the proper
Yeah,
way.
but it's also not sustainable for him to miss as many 12-footers.
See, I think that is more sustainable.
I disagree, man.
Than just the miracle holeouts at 18. As
Yeah.
both walk-offs to the turn, both walk-offs to Masters Saturday.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be 18. It matters the same if it's on hole 4.
I know, but it has been 18. It has been 18 the last 2 years.
Which means it's written in the stars that Cliff Roberts wants someone of the pro-Trump Bryson DeChambeau variety to win the Masters.
You're definitely right that Cliff Roberts wants Bryson to win the Masters.
Cliff Roberts definitely wants Bryson to win the Masters.
Actually, no, I think Bryson would be low on his list. He brought in Kevin Hart today. I think Cliff Roberts would be appalled by YouTube golf.
I do think that this year is the lowest Cliff Roberts has been on Bryson.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of things.
Well, also, no, actually, Bryson did call Augusta a par 67, so Cliff Roberts is definitely low on Bryson all years.
Yeah, no, but Bryson answered that pretty well in his next few years of interviews.
Oh yeah, he walked it back like he has everything.
Exactly.
He's walked everything back, he said, in 2019, 2018, 2021 when he was a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
And he still kind of is, but he fakes it better. At least in my eyes.
I mean, I think that I don't think he's a douchebag. I think he's an arrogant weirdo.
Douchebag.
Yeah, but see, when I think douchebag, I think piece of shit. Like, I don't think he has malicious intent. I just think he's really weird, doesn't know what to say, and he's got he's got the arrogancy to him that kind of makes him come off like that.
See, that's just what we see, like, through a golfing lens. I think, like, again, I can't confirm, like, I don't know this, but, like, I've just, like, heard listening to other stuff, like, stories about him being a piece of shit off the course. No way to confirm or deny that. Just what we've seen, though. I have never liked Bryson off the course, but I love watching Bryson. That's the strongest take I have about Bryson. It's been like that for years now. There's not many golfers I prefer to watch on, like, play golf than Bryson. Like, I'm chuffed to watch Bryson tomorrow, but I can't stand him.
I like Bryson off the course because I think that I'm seeing it from a completely different lens. I like that he knows he's weird, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't have malicious intent, and he's still always trying to make the best of it. If he does have malicious intent and is faking it, then I'm wrong.
See, you could even be right about the malicious intent stuff, and probably.
But I think he's a weird dude, and I think he firmly loves his life.
But I think it's all fake. Like, I think he's a completely different person when he's not filming.
That's the benefit. I think that is him, and it's so weird that it comes off as fake.
See, I don't think it's malicious if he's faking it, but I just think, like, it's not genuine at all. Like, I don't think it's genuine at all.
That's where we disagree. I think it's genuine. I think he's just really weird. Like, I think he wakes up in the morning, and instead of thinking, I want to win the Masters, I think he thinks, I want to do this TikTok dance today.
It's just disgusting.
I mean, it's sick. But, like, he's weird, and he's so obsessed with being good.
I don't know if he's obsessed. Yeah, he is. He definitely
He's obsessed with being good. You don't do what he did in COVID if you're not obsessed with being good. He did something no one's ever done before. He literally gained 3,000 pounds, which, yes, you do on a regular basis, but he literally gained like 200 pounds just to see if it would improve his golf game. And it turned him
Good.
from someone who was a very good golfer to arguably the best player in the world besides Dustin Johnson during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
that just shows, I mean, that couldn't have been very fun what he was doing.
it was fun for content.
It was fantastic. That's another thing. I fucking love that there's always Bryson content.
Oh no, I
Do I
want to
think
be
Trump's a douchebag? Yeah. Do
I
I
want to
love
be
the content? Of course.
I want to be very clear. When I say I do not enjoy Bryson as a person, that does not mean I do not enjoy
Okay,
his
good.
content. Let me watch all of it and let me just bring me all of the Bryson content.
That's good. All right, that's good.
All right,
But
outright card and then done. I had to sleep.
yeah, regardless, we do have an outright card, and we're starting with Rom at the top, and then both of our picks, Ludwig. We can start with those two because those two are the big dogs. Ludwig for me is someone who there have been 3 players in my life that I've seen play Augusta as well in the early stages of their career. And one of them's Ludwig, one of them's Spieth, and one of them's Zalatoris. Zalatoris got injured. Spieth should have won 4 Masters in the span of 5 years.
5
I think that we've never seen players like this. Like no one plays Augusta well at the start of their career. It's becoming more common now, but that's just because Zalatoris and Ludwig have done it. But it's still not common. I think if Will Zalatoris was a healthy man the last 5 years, he would have been the closest person to the best player most of those years. I don't think he would have won just because I think the last 3 years there really have been just the best player. But he got injured, and now will probably do nothing in his career. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
But Ludwig's playing good golf right now. And I think if you play Augusta National this well in the first 2 starts of your career, you're destined to win the Masters at an early age.
I picked Ludwig without considering that angle at all, and I could not agree more with it. That just makes me even feel better. Spieth really should have won 5 green jackets, though. It's disgusting.
There was a weird time in my life. It was like a 4-month time when I was like 2017, 2018, where there was like a month where I thought he had won 2 jackets just because like it felt like it.
Can't do that.
Sick. It's sick.
I feel bad for you after that.
I know, it's horrible.
I don't think we haven't touched on this guy at all. Going just like swiftly moving along in our outright card. We haven't talked about him at all. Matt Fitzpatrick is an official wager to win at Augusta. We talked about this in previous shows in the past few weeks of his shaky course history here, only 2 top 10s. He is playing so well. He's playing the best golf of his career. He should be a good fit because even like in his past history, he did not have near the distance he currently has. Bomber off the tee. He's a great putter right now. I know Cliff Roberts, probably disgusted by his cross-handed chipping. I'm hearing reports that it is still effective and results in a very good short game. We will see if it does hold up at Augusta National. I think it will. And I think it just makes for a great chance to win the Masters this year.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't clipped this enough. I think that it's just, I mean, think about all the great chips you have to hit to win the Masters. Rory last year hit the one on, what was
2.
his main chip? 2.
When he chipped in on Saturday.
Which is a sick example because that's one that Fitz could make, I think. But don't put Fitz behind 14 green.
No.
Certainly don't. Fitz better hit the green on 11 because that bailout area, that's not meant for cross-handed chipping.
Ooh, just slightly, just pull up on it. Oh, just a little slightly, thinned it into the water.
Right into the water. And that, I know one thing. I hope it doesn't happen. I really hope on Sunday Fitzpatrick doesn't go long on 16. Because seeing Fitzpatrick chip cross-handed from the spot that Tiger hold that chip would make me collapse to my knees. So,
or even worse, like just like in the shank
I just think there's
territory on
too
18.
many spots where cross-handed chipping would make me disgusted. Though
the counter, his approach game is so good he might not be in any of them.
It's sick because if he just got out of his own ass and just chipped like a normal human being, I think he'd have a great chance.
But he's a great chipper.
Yeah, but he's not.
But he is.
It's like, okay, but like, would you consider Akshay Bhatia a good putter even though he anchors? No. It's gimmicky.
That's a phenomenal counter.
I mean, it's the same thing.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
What's the next wager? Cam Young, 40-1. Got very lucky we got this number.
See, Matt Fitzpatrick is a much better champion and better player, much more proper than Cam Young is to this point in his career. And the fact that I'm higher on Cam Young just because of the cross-handed chipping just makes me sick that this is where we're at in Matt Fitzpatrick's career. Because Matt Fitzpatrick is a proper player.
He is, and we discussed this a lot. We can discuss it tomorrow. Are we gonna go live tomorrow? I think we should. I think it'd be so fun.
Of course.
Okay. And then
we should go live on TikTok and try that out.
I think we should go live on TikTok during the round, and then on here after.
That also works.
I'll go live on TikTok right when I get home from work tomorrow. All right, I want to get off this right now. Minwoo and then Patrick Reed. Final two wagers. Touch on them and then I'm done.
Well, we've already touched on Minwoo. He's not winning at Augusta. That's an amount of money. I don't think I can ever really.
You're disputing 33% of our outright card.
Correct. Because I know that Ludwig, Rahm, or Bryson's going to win. Or Xander, which I'm betting brutally roguely, and I'm going to bet him to win the most because I cannot believe we're not betting Xander. He's just unbettable.
I don't think he's going to win. I think he's going to be a company.
It'll be one of those four. It'll be Xander, Ludwig, Rahm, or Bryson. That's all I have.
I would take those four against the field as well.
Or Hideki. Because I have to live and die on that field just because. He was my pick at the start of the year.
My pick at the start of the year, Scotty Scheffler.
That's looking really poor. His odds have gone from plus 280 to plus 550.
It's insane to see Scotty this summer. We haven't seen it like this in years.
We bet him at 480 and had to cash out because
didn't want real money on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But that's all we have. Great talking to you, Ryan. We'll be back tomorrow.
Great talking.
Definitely be on TikTok.
We'll be live on TikTok. We'll be live after each round on here.
Main point is that it's still TBD whether we're watching the tournament tomorrow.
I would say the main point is, despite all the negative hoopla that was mentioned, all the negatives that can go wrong, there's a really good chance Jordan Spieth wins this golf tournament.